When students arrive on their first day, it's bound to be rather daunting. But what awaits them is a great, warm community, a community that wants them to excel academically, but also to be happy and healthy individuals who will make a contribution to the society in which we live.
Given that I didn't think I'd get in the first place, it is pretty special. It feels like I've been let into this club full of amazing, pioneering women. I've got Mary Somerville looking down on me in this room, so I'll try to do her proud.
These amazing people that have come from this college through the decades have been able to achieve really great things. And yeah, now we do let both men and women in, but I think there's still that sense of trying to change the status quo.
Somerville's unofficial motto is, if you want to change the world, come to Somerville. I think it's a great motto, and for me it encapsulates what Somerville is all about.
That's the motto. No pressure then.
Somerville has shaped many, many pioneers over its 140-year history because it's been a place in which women felt comfortable being clever.
People didn't expect young women to be involved in demanding, responsible, sometimes quite dangerous activities. They were expected to be nice young women who sat about looking for a husband, in the best Jane Austen principle. And of course that's not what they were, not what their dons at Somerville wanted them to be. They wanted them to be independent, self-sustaining and intellectually challenging people.
It always used to be thought of as the intellectual college where blue-stocking women, scholars, went. I'm not sure I fit that category. It was unsnobbish, it was egalitarian, it was a bit left-wing. We were a bit out there.
We're celebrating 140 years because it's a magnificent achievement, but it also coincides with the centenary of women being granted degrees at Oxford. And just last year we marked the centenary of some women being granted the vote.
Somerville has been at the forefront of good ideas, and getting the vote for women was one of the best ideas. I applaud pioneers like Eleanor Rathbone. I think the achievements are extraordinary. And I don't think it's coincidence that the first woman Prime Minister in Britain was educated at Somerville.
Somerville had always been very keen on science, surprisingly so for a college which was for a long time largely a women's college.
Being a woman in science initially, 20 years ago, was actually difficult. You walk into a lecture theatre to deliver your thing, it was just a sea of black suits. In fact, I used to wear bright colours so that I was definitely distinctive. I and others try and promote as many women as we can now. I don't believe in positive discrimination, but if you can support those able women coming up, it's very important.
Somerville was founded to include the excluded, and inclusivity is part of our DNA.
Somerville's a college that just accepts excellence, not based on what colour you are, what background you have, but just somewhere that accepts you for who you are. With Cornelia Sarabji and Indira Gandhi, it was really good for me to just see that they'd been accepted here and hammered home that this would be the type of college that would welcome someone like me.
Somerville is tolerant, broad-minded, celebrates diversity of all kinds. The tolerance of the college in allowing men to be educated, I think, reveals a real humanity. We don't despise them. We don't leave them to fester in men's colleges. We bring them in to our own sacred temple of learning.
When Somerville was founded 140 years ago, women were not allowed into the men's libraries. So a beautiful library was built here, and it has over 100,000 books. We're all immensely proud of it. But one of the books which will be resplendent in that library is the book which we are publishing to celebrate our 140 years. It's a very beautifully produced book, and I hope that Somervillians will treasure that book. One of the greatest challenges is sustainability. We've done some things, for example, keep cups, but there's a lot more that we can do. So we're going to have an environmental audit that will determine what our future actions are. We've got our wonderful new building, the Catherine Hughes building, which will enable all of our undergraduates to live in, should they so wish.
Somerville was a sort of refuge. Sometimes we had to climb into our refuge rather late at night because the door was locked and we were breaking rules to be out so late.
I regularly climbed over the really quite high walls, and on the top were decorated by railings, so that it was, if you even got to the top, it was quite risky getting down the other side without tearing your gown to pieces.
I wonder if they still end up in each other's rooms late at night, having coffee and biscuits and talking about everything that matters. Those were really important, those conversations.
I am immensely grateful to the fantastic alumni who provide us with unstinting support. We say, once a Somervillian, always a Somervillian, and my goodness, is that true?
Happy anniversary, Somerville.
A very happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Somerville. Keep the great work going.